What up, everybody? Mr. Regal here. This is our new episode with our guest, Greg Maselli. So thanks for joining us, bro. So for the people tuning in, who is Greg Maselli?
Hey, thanks for having me on first off, spending some time with me. So I run Encore, and we are a hair transplant and dental veneer clinic in Bogotá, Colombia. So real quick, I was looking at getting a hair transplant, went to a couple places in California where I'm from, and the prices were just through the roof, like 25, 35 grand. Then I was talking to a couple places in Turkey, which better prices, but I'm like, I don't know, there was no personalization or connection. So I was doing some work in Colombia, and one of the guys I was working with, he just got a hair transplant, and it was perfect.
Yeah.
So I was kind of inquiring on that, and then just learned like, hey, Colombia is the third best, cosmetic procedure place in the world. Good healthcare system. So I'm like, cool, looks like I got a little business to start down there. So been down there for a couple years now, super fun, and man, it's been a great experience so far.
Hell yeah. What made you start and what made you start it? Like what gave you the inspiration to?
Well, just seeing that there's a lot of people that go to Turkey, and some of them come back happy, some of them not so much.
Yeah.
But I think what I saw was like, okay, it's super close to the US, right? More similar culture, very, very fun, nice people, and also good quality of work. So I just saw an opportunity to start a business and I'll just make some money.
When did you move there?
It'll be 2 years in February.
Oh,
so
okay.
the business, we've been going about 2.5 years, but yeah, we've been living there in Bogotá full time for about 2 years, another couple months.
How was that when you just first started living there?
Man, you jump into a big city because it's 11 million people in Bogotá,
but it's the capital, right?
It's the capital, and it's a lot of things that are different. Everybody's like, oh, is it super hot? Bogotá is always cool. It's always like 55 to 65 because it's 8,500 feet. So you got to get used to that
super
too.
High in
You're huffing and puffing,
That's worse than Utah.
yeah, it's like the top of Snowbird.
Damn.
Yeah. So it's getting used to that, but it's also like a clean city, safe. A lot of people have this idea in their head, like from Narcos, right?
Right.
All of Narcos.
Colombia,
Yeah, but Bogotá is I think all the big cities in Colombia, they've done a good job, especially the zones where, we spend most of our time, where the tourists are at. Again, clean, safe, great restaurants, cool.
Because they want to protect their tourists. They're bringing foreign money. So they want to make it a safe place. They want to keep tourists coming in.
Change the perception that people have had from, years and years of, bad publicity and that kind of stuff. But yeah, man, it's a great spot. It's a great spot to be.
Hell yeah. So I want to get into the hair transplant. Why, what's the difference between Colombia and Turkey? Because I know I predominantly hear about Turkey.
Of course.
You see the reels of people with a whole bunch of fucking their head wrapped up,
flying
back and stuff. So
Turkey, man, they put it on the map, the traveling for the hair transplants. They've done a great job on the marketing side, but in reality, it's the same procedure whether you're in Turkey, Colombia, Greece, anywhere. It's the same procedure, it's the FUE. We don't do the FUT, but that's kind of getting antiquated.
The FUE is the each hair follicle.
Each hair. FUT is that strip.
The strip where they have to
Yeah, Joe Rogan strip. The zipper on the back. So they used to do that a lot more, but with the technology on FUE getting better, is it
a machine that takes
Nah, well, they're starting to come out with machines that do it, but it's better by hand. And that's all we have. So, but again, going back to why Colombia versus Turkey, it's really a personal decision on who you feel most comfortable with. There's nothing done different in any country in the sense where FUE is an FUE no matter where you do it. It's just getting a talented group, a good team, good surgeons, and then working with people that you're comfortable with that are like, okay, there's a group that's got me, they're gonna take care of me.
Nice.
Yeah.
So for somebody that's looking in or thinking about getting a hair transplant, at what point do they decide, all right, it's time? Or like me as a barber, if I'm like, damn, homie, it's time for you to go. At what point in the conversation do I bring that up?
Yeah, man, it's funny. What we see all the time, and we get a lot, is people don't know, or people are delusional about where they are.
Yeah.
A lot of times I get people and they're like, yo, man, I'm not really there yet. And, I saw one of our friends the other night out, and he's like, oh, I'm good. I'm like, bro, your forehead's a 7 now. I'm like, that shit's like, you're 3 digits back from your forehead. And he's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I grab his hair, pull back. I'm like, look, I go, did you look like that 10 years ago? So I always tell people hair loss is gradual.
Right.
It's very slow. So it's sort of that frog in the pot of water where you turn it up slow and it doesn't even know it's getting cooked.
Yeah.
And then for the barbers, it's, I think one of your buddies, he said something, he's like, bro, I went to barber school. I didn't go to medical school. Right. So what we try to tell people is as soon as you start to thin and you can see it thinning and going, handle it then, because the procedure's easier and the result's always going to be better. Some guys think like keep waiting, but it's like, well, one, you're just going to look worse and worse. Right. So nobody looks better balder. Right. And then 2, it makes the procedure more difficult and you're not going to get the result you want.
Oh, really?
Yeah. People think it's like a magic thing. Like I'm going to go bald and then come and call. And we tell people, tell people just straight like, hey, what you're going to get versus what you expect. Right. That's what we try to do too is people send in pictures and if they're marginal, I'm like, yo, this is what we're going to cover for sure.
Right.
This is the best, maybe we can get more once we get into it, but as long as you're cool with this, if we say, hey, we're only going to be able to really attack this part, or maybe some here because you're self-conscious, we're not going to be able to get you a full thing. So earlier is better.
Yeah.
And then a lot of people, man, how often do most people look at the top of their head, pull their hair back? So it's one of those, it's a weird one, right?
Right, and as a barber, I could tell if I spray some water, right? Like, I'm like, oh, okay, I comb it through. I'm like, damn, I see your dots, homie. Like,
yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah, we could start seeing it first. And then can you also get multiple hair transplants?
For sure.
Right, so, like, if you're like, yo, I don't ever want to look like I'm thinning, and you're starting to thin, you can get it done. And then if later down the road it does.
Yep. We do a lot of seconds and thirds. Maybe we've had a couple people come through that had procedures that didn't go as they had expected. So we recover those. And then others, it's just over time, people are like, hey, I want to touch it up. I didn't do as much as I wanted to. Different
and then
things.
People also get more bald on the top as well, right? Just naturally, like.
For sure. The way it works is like your body makes testosterone.
Yeah.
Testosterone converts to DHT in your system. And DHT, collects on your scalp. And then it kind of chokes your hair out. So your hair starts out thick, DHT clogs it, thinner, until the follicle dies. But the testosterone, that's why women don't go bald really, men do, because women have such small amounts of testosterone. But yeah, there's things you could do now that to slow down or break down the accumulation of DHT. Yeah. So it's a good time to be, for
and the side, you guys take it from the side, like this is called the donor area.
Yep.
Those follicles never die. That's why you use those ones to the top, right?
Yeah, they'll over time they can thin, but for the most part, they're strong, robust, and that's, I always tell people it's kind of like, this is like your savings account, right? Your side, and then this is what you can spend on, right? Yeah. So you always want to have more in savings than you do spending.
And so for somebody that's like, okay, I'm curious about doing a transplant, do they have to shave their head bald?
We really push people to go, to go shave it for the procedure. Right. And we do it in the shop, right before. But it just gives you a better vision and a field of view. So, a lot of people say, oh, we do, no shave. And some of them turn out okay, but you don't get to see how healthy the grafts actually are. I mean, you get the scope, you put your little scopes on and they're in there extracting hairs and they really get to see how healthy the hair graft is. And those are the ones they're taking, because you think about the process, you're extracting a hair graft. Yeah. You're putting it in a dish, right? And then you got to put it back in. If that graft is weak or it's not healthy, shit's gonna die. Right. And then they're gonna be implanting something that's gonna die. So you want to get your healthiest grafts up here.
Oh, okay.
That's the best success, right? Your chances for success there, you're dialed.
And what's like the recovery time? Like as soon as you get it done, boom, then how long do you gotta wait till you're just like, cool, I'm back in the game?
So it's kind of funny, man. I always tell people the first week you're like swollen and kind of scabby. But
yeah, I saw some pictures, bro, where I'm like, damn, that looks,
Bro, I look like Mike Tyson beat the shit out of me, right? Like my face was deformed. But then as soon as the swelling went down, you get this like pretty dope ass looking crew cut for about a month.
Oh, okay.
Right? Because you got this like huge, brand new hairline.
Yeah.
And it's full and it's dark. And it was like, my wife was like, you know, that's a good look. Like, that's gangster, right?
Yeah.
Like, she loved it.
It was like a short fade.
Yeah, dude, it looked
yeah.
great. And then you can play with it. But then at about a month, reality sets in. Your graft, all the implanted grafts, they fall out. And then you start the process of...
Oh, so you just go balding and you're just like,
man.
no.
It's even worse because it's patchy.
Do you guys got like a fucking hotline that they got to call just so you can tell them, hey, it's all right?
I might throw a lid on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just, you know, hat up. And then the other things that, you know, are really good that kind of like cheater tricks, keep it super, super short for the first few months. You could use fiber. Right,
oh,
drop some of that hair fibers in there. Yeah, like drop that in there to create that fake density.
Yeah.
But then like 3.5 months, it starts to like really start coming in good.
Yeah.
And then most people, 4 to 5 months, they're like, hell yeah, like
they're good.
This is what I paid for. This is the money, right? So that's usually the standard process. And then you keep getting thicker and thicker, and it's like 12 to 18 months.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but at 4 to 5 months, you're looking good.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's fire.
So yeah, it's that part of the process, but it is, you know, and everybody always thinks like, yo, am I the one that it didn't work on, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, yo, man,
because it's a possibility that
we've only, I mean, I can, you know, track back through over 2 years. We've only had one procedure go south.
Okay.
And dude got sunburnt the day after his procedure on his head.
So it just killed the
yeah. And it was like, you know,
so I'm sure after that you guys are like pretty particular on.
Oh no, we give people umbrellas. We give people like, we're like, yo, here's your spray bottle. Here's an umbrella.
Yeah. So you give them tips.
Oh yeah, we send people out with everything. Like, hey, do this. But you know, once people leave, and it's like with any cosmetic procedure, once you leave, the post-op is almost as important as the operation. It's like if a woman gets breast implants and she goes back to the gym in 2 weeks instead of taking 6 weeks off, she's gonna get like all kinds of you know, deformities, or she has a chance of really getting hurt. So we tell people, hey, we did our part, now you gotta do yours.
Yeah, just like I got a tattoo one time and I went to ride my motorcycle and the fucking tattoo got sunburnt and then next, you know, it scabbed up. It was horrible. And I'm like,
in fact, yeah.
I can't blame my artist. That's on me because my dumb ass decided to fucking, you know, not protect it. So it's an open wound. So that makes sense.
It's like anything else. We're always trying to protect people from themselves.
Right.
Right. Their own worst enemy sometimes. Yeah. I'm my own worst enemy, so I know it. Yeah. So we try to set people up, and then, you know, we're always there to work with them, you know, through the process. Yeah. All that. But yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. But it's one of those things too where, you know, everybody we do it, they get through and they're like, my confidence level, right? Not being self-conscious in photos or around other people, like knowing they look good. Sort of, you know, like when you're dressed fresh and you just got, you know, everything lined up and everything done, you know, you look good. You're like,
yeah, no, I have a client that he went and got a hair transplant, and dude, a year later, bro's just so confident, bro. He's like fucking looks taller, stronger, like he's hitting the gym more, like his conversation, business is growing, like he's confident, so like look good, feel good, do good, you know what I mean? So like I've seen that.
Well, do your teeth, like you got, you know, when you do your teeth, right?
Right.
Now you got to smile. You're not self-conscious about, you know, kind of.
Yeah, exactly. I got my teeth because I'm like, dude, I'm gonna invest in myself. I want to be in front of, you know, higher fucking class individuals, and I want to be able to put myself in rooms and just have that confidence. So just the teeth help that much.
Yeah, no more chicles.
Right? So speaking of teeth, you guys also do that over there, right?
Yeah, we do veneers on the first floor. I mean, we do all kind of dentistry, but the primary is veneers. And then we do the hair transplants on the second level.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So veneers, what I love about the veneers is people show up on a Monday and they leave on a Friday with a finished product.
Really?
Right? Yeah, it's like...
Because mine I showed up, I got it done, and then I had to wait like 2-3 weeks until the other permanent teeth came in. So then they had to take out the other ones and then put the new ones in.
Yeah.
So it was a long time.
The process in Colombia is fast, man. The labs, so we got labs, they run 24/7.
Yeah.
The highest quality porcelain veneers you can get.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, we're talking like they're the, you know what you spend in the US. Right. 2,000 to 2,500 per tooth. Right. And ours are just a fraction, right? So all 20 premolar to premolar were like 7,000 with the hotel.
Damn.
Yeah. So it saves people a ton of money, and you get, you know, the level of service and quality is it's unmatched.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So I know when I did mine, they had to shave them all down. I looked like I had little shark teeth.
Yeah.
It was ugly, but
Yeah.
I was like, whatever, I got to trust the process. Do you guys do that? What kind of veneers do you do? I know there's crowns, porcelains, composites.
Yeah, so we do only porcelain, and if you go too thin, they can break. 2 years, how many years ago did you do yours?
3 years now?
Yeah, so you've probably got some of the more recent ones. We don't have to shave down too much, tiny bit. Like, we're not shaving down to shark teeth. Yeah. We're able to usually work with the natural tooth. If they're overcrowded and overlapping, then we have to do some shaving, but usually not very much. It's pretty minimal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
and you get put to, I know I got put to sleep. Do you guys put people to sleep, or how does that process go?
on the teeth, no, because usually it's pretty painless and easy.
Yeah.
For the hair transplant, pop an IV in the vein, give you a little ketamine, put you in La La Land, let you trip out a little bit.
And you don't feel nothing, huh? You're just sitting there just...
Yeah, you're talking to people from the ceiling.
Nice.
Yeah, that's kind of the fun part.
Yeah. So how long do veneers last? Like, how long do you typically,
It's funny, they used to say the old school ones were 10 plus years. Now it's like 20 years.
Really?
Right? So the maintenance there's no difference in maintenance, and they're easy to live with. So, they're saying, 20 years. So we'll see in 20 years how that 20 years looks. But for the most part, they should be permanent, for most people. Yeah. And again, it's like we said, like your instant confidence boost. Right. It seems like hair and teeth, men have like 3 insecurities, right?
Right.
Hair, teeth, and dick. Right? You can take care of, 2 of them pretty easy. Yeah.
Speaking of that, I heard you...
Bro, yeah.
Yeah,
we can handle all 3.
Yeah, they handle all 3. So let's talk about that.
Yeah. So we partnered up with he's the only certified Eurofill urologist in Colombia.
Really?
So it's like people putting filler in their face or Botox, same thing.
No way.
Yeah, just like a couple little shots and freaking injecting in, and then I guess it's like it's 5 to 7 days later, you're back in business.
No way.
Yeah.
So not a lot of downtime.
Yep, no downtime
heard that,
at
guys,
all.
not a lot of downtime.
Yeah, no downtime and no downside. It's a 99.999999999. The only thing that could possibly go wrong is an occasional lump, but that goes away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but other than that, the only thing you got to deal with is a fatter dick in your hands. That's about it. Man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what does that run?
So it's
asking for a friend.
so here that runs like 8 to 10 G's. Down there we have 2 packages. So 2 packages for the package. One is a 6 mil, the other is 8 mil, and our prices are $3,500 and $4,000.
Oh, okay.
So less than half.
And is that permanent, or is it?
So good. So it's just like fill on your face, lasts a little bit longer. So you're supposed to retain, and this procedure we've been doing, or our urologist has been doing for 15 years.
Yeah.
And you retain on average 75% of it for 2 years.
Okay.
And then at 5 years, you've retained 50%. So a lot of times, it's just like women are doing with their lips.
Yeah.
Come in, touch up a little bit more, and it's the same thing. You can run up the racks and come out with one of these in a couple of years, or just juice it up a little bit. Yeah.
Right. So that sounds like a one-stop shop.
It is, man.
You want to change your life? You need a
total man package.
Going through a divorce. You're going through a hard time. Like, yo, come through, bro. We're gonna bring you back in the game.
Oh, we've had a couple of guys come down, and they were like, "Oh, my wife told me she didn't want me to do it," and I'm like, "Well, how's she gonna know, dude?" And it's like, she'll notice, but you don't necessarily have to tell her, because by the time you get home, you're good. So we've had a couple dudes roll through, did it, and we're like, this is on the down low.
Sometimes it's easier to ask for forgiveness than permission. You know what I'm saying?
But after they do it, their wife's not gonna be complaining.
Hell no. Yeah. They're probably happy.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Okay. So what about Bogotá? How's Bogotá? What type of experiences can you offer? So say somebody, they're like, yo, I want to make a guy's trip out of this. I just want to go out there. Maybe a couple of homies want to do it together, right? Like, let's go out there, bro. Let's go get our hair done, our teeth done, and what type of, because like I said, I know you. So what type of experiences you guys offer out there, bro?
So it's funny, when we're going through the process, we try to get to know our clients, like, who you coming down with? Oh, I'm going to bring my wife.
What's your marital status, right?
Yeah, or if it's a boys' trip, then we're like, okay, how much of a boys trip? Because I need to be prepared when they come down. I don't want people, getting into a mess without me or trying to trust somebody in the streets.
Yeah. So it could get dangerous. There's danger. There's some spots. There's a safe part of Colombia, and there's also a scary part, dark part, just like anywhere else.
Just like, one of our homies, Jimmy, he was flying in to do his hair, and I check his location, and I was like, because he missed, our driver didn't get him.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, dude, where are you? And he's like, oh, I'm in a taxi. I'm like, why? I go, we had a car. He goes, I couldn't find him. I'm like, okay, why are you in the hood? And he's like, oh, I asked the taxi driver if he could help me get something. I'm like, okay, put the driver on the phone.
Bro,
I was like, I'm like, you're gonna trust a taxi driver in Bogotá to take you into the hood, right, to score. And I'm like, no, it's like, whatever you want to do, we can make sure it's done in the right way. We obviously want people to, be there for the procedure, but we also know people are people. They're going to do what they're going to do. So it's like, let me at least help you, guide you in the right direction.
Right. Tell you where to stay away from.
And then if you're going to go wild, I can help you wild out.
But in a safe fashion. Because that's super dangerous. Like, dude, I heard about in Colombia, they got scoping.
Scoping a lot.
It's scary, bro.
Yeah, that's
I've seen that, bro.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dangerous areas, and then you don't know what this taxi driver's financial situation.
Bro. Everybody's hustling all the time.
All the time.
The scope thing, thank God, it's not as big in Bogotá. So Medellin, Cartagena, you hear a lot of scope stories. Yeah, because Bogotá is, it's the capital, 11 million people. Gringos or, like non-Americans, because like, even though, I look at you and I'm like, yeah, you could be Colombian, but they could tell certain things on us where, it could be shoes,
the way we
clothing.
Dress, the way we talk.
Yeah, everything, right? So once you're kind of like, once they're like, okay, it's a mark, right? Then it becomes, but Bogotá is not as bad, because Medellin, for sure, you get, like, lack of a better term, you get like the fuckboy crowd. Right? Because like, I'm gonna go down there, digital nomad, smash a bunch of badass Colombian bitches, right? And you got that mixed in where
and they're just
like,
probably young, like them, not even aware of their surroundings.
Yeah, they get lost.
They don't know how dangerous it could be.
Yeah, and 99.9% of the Colombians would never. I mean, they're amazing, they're fun, like they take you in. So me and my wife go out all the time, and they're like, yo, where are you from? Take us out. Here's an after party. Let's go here. Let's do this. The Colombians are really good people. Very good people. But you got some people that are struggling, and they see, people come down, and it's like, you got your gold chains out, and you got a rollie on, and it's like, no, man. Like, they have a saying there, no es papaya. Like, don't stand out. Don't be a papaya walking around on the streets, man. Like,
dude, it's hard. Sometimes people, I see them looking at me just because of my tattoos and shit.
Yeah.
So I try to not to wear my earrings or my, depending on where I'm at. Like, if
totally.
I'm at a decent place, I'll wear like a little rope chain, nothing too crazy. But But we always have our homie that's from Cartagena that's like, hey, bro, give me your chain.
Yeah, put that in
shit
my
away,
pocket. Yeah. Cartagena definitely has.
Like, hey, come here, bro. Come
Cartagena, I always feel like I'm being, you got the street rappers.
Yeah,
right?
Dude,
you always feel like you got somebody that's like, hey.
They just come up and just start rapping in your ear, and I'm like,
and
they want money, bro. I'm like, bro. Like,
but then if you don't give them money, then they're like hitting their homies like,
talk shit, bro. Yeah, they're fucking talking shit.
Like, I didn't ask you to sing to me.
No, I went to Playa Hollywood, bro, and like, we just went to go to the beach, get a beer, and just relax, bro, dude. And we fucked up by one dude was like, hey, bro, you want a beer? I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, let me get a beer. Dude, it was like Seagull, bro, like boom. Next thing you know, somebody's doing fucking magic tricks in front of us. Somebody's massaging me. Somebody's bringing fucking, do you want these? And I'm like, what the hell, bro? Like, I couldn't even enjoy myself, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it was just like, yo, bro, like, I'm like, no, bro.
Bogotá's not like that at all.
Right.
Yeah, Bogotá's big city, and it's not as touristy. So, as a gringo, they kind of just look at you like, oh, he's probably here working.
Yeah.
It's not like some tourist hotspot.
Right.
So you don't have a whole industry built on trying to take, And it's, you get it, man. It's,
and I love the beach. I love Cartagena. It's beautiful.
Oh, and you go north, Barranquilla is cool.
Yeah,
Santa Marta.
I've never been to,
going north. The other beach towns are a bomb, too.
Are they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard Barranquilla is beautiful.
Barranquilla is cool. And then you go further north, Santa Marta. That's like we went for like last Thanksgiving because we couldn't get home. So, we're like, let's go to the beach.
I was in Cartagena last Thanksgiving.
I know.
Yeah,
like, you told me coming down, I was like, we're going to be like 3 hours north of you. But yeah, it's a cool spot, though. Again, it's like different cities have different personalities and different vibes. All of them are amazing and fun. Like we're going to open up our next branch in Barranquilla.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, nice.
So it's close to Cartagena.
Right, so if somebody wants to get away, tropical, they don't want to be in cold, like especially if they're from Utah, they're like, yo, bro.
Yeah, I want to escape, I don't want to be, So I could do the first few days of my trip in Cartagena, hour and a half drive north, just in the car, easy, then you're in Barranquilla.
Yeah, so, nice. Yeah, and the Airbnbs, everything in all those areas are so cheap. I remember one time I stayed in a skyrise right by the airport. I could see the airport, I could see the beach, and it was like $50. I was like, no way, dude.
Yeah, there's some good deals there for sure.
So as far as travel goes, when it comes to getting to Colombia, what's the prices? Like, it's not too expensive, is it?
Round trip to Bogotá, pretty much anywhere in the U.S. If you book like more than 2-3 weeks in advance, it's like $400 to $600. Right. And you don't need a visa. Just have your passport. You get 90 days at one time. So getting in and out.
You just got to make sure you have your return flight.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah.
So they won't let you.
Don't book the one way.
They won't even book you. They won't let you book through in the U.S. to get on your plane if you don't have a return
because they
flight.
know that.
Yeah. So usually it's there. And then other than that, I always tell people flying to Bogotá, because you told me about your immigration disaster. You were like, what was it?
4 hours, bro. 3-4 hours. You just in line. I was just like, bro.
And it's hot. And you're in Cartagena. You're probably sweating.
It's hot, bro. Your phone starts to die. You have no service. You're like, holy shit, dude. This is getting sketchy. I'm in fucking Colombia.
Yeah, totally. So I always tell people flying to Bogotá. It's the capital again.
Right.
Huge airport.
Bigger airport.
Yeah, and usually it's better deals to fly in there, and then it's like super easy to get everywhere else in the country.
It wouldn't even. I mean, for me too, if I'm thinking about it, like, dude, hell yeah, if I'm going to Cartagena again, bro, just land in Bogotá.
Couple days.
See how it is.
And I think it's funny. We spent time all over Colombia. And it's funny because people are like, oh, Bogotá's fun. I'm like, Bogotá to me has the best clubs.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
it's bigger, bro. So like,
and you get all kinds. I mean, you obviously you got the crossover and the reggaeton clubs.
Right.
But then you got really good house music scene in Bogotá. Some of the best DJs in the world roll through there. Like hardcore tech stuff where you get people dressing up like Satan and all kinds of crazy shit where you're like, whoa.
So as weird as you want to get, it can get weird out there.
It can get, and the biggest club I think in maybe the Western Hemisphere or at least South America, it's called Teatron, and it's in Bogotá. Bro, it's like 7 nightclubs in one.
No way.
Oh, it's huge, and they've got different rooms for
rap,
different music.
Reggaeton,
totally. You got hip hop, you got reggaeton, crossover, house. Yeah. But just wildness. And then just the normal clubs, like the best is we have our friends come in or our clients, and I'm like, I hit them up, like, hey, here's the concierge at this club. You want a VIP table? And
so you've built connections with
all the best restaurants, nightclubs. I'm just texting people, hey, I'm going to send in 3 people, put them at this table. And people are like, oh, because the table, even in Salt Lake, we went out the other night and we spent like $3,000 on a table here. Man. And there it's like, you're going to spend $400 to $500 with a bottle, right? With 4 to 6 passes, security, everything. So it's like, it takes us.
You feel like a millionaire out there, bro. Like when I go to Colombia, bro, and I just got nothing crazy. I don't bring crazy money, but I'm like, damn, I can spend, 300 Colombian pesos, which is like $70 US at the time. I don't know about right now.
Yeah,
and we got the fucking boat all night for 2 hours. We get to go hit the whole Caribbean, party, drink. You know what I mean? And just like
blast, dude. Yeah. And I always say, like, my wife and I will go party, and it'll be 3:30, 4 in the morning, and we'll walk home. People are like, what? I'm like, damn, we walk. Because, it's for us, it's like if there's people on the streets, you're safe, but there's cops everywhere. And it's funny, they do a good job. And again, like, unless you're being stupid or you're just a target, the Colombians aren't going to mess with you.
Right.
I mean, I've been going back and forth for about 5 years now.
Oh, okay.
And then living there full time for 2, and zero drama.
Yeah.
No problems, no issues. Good people. Got some good friends. It's nice.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
So it's also a good place to take your wife as well. So say a couple wants to be like, hey, I want to go do my teeth. Me and my wife want to go do our teeth. They could also have a great time, right?
Oh, yeah. It's funny when people bring their wives. The wives end up getting like all the Botoxes and fillers. It's like a third the cost there. And then like my wife would drop like whatever $600-700 getting her hair done with color and this and that. And here. Down there, it's like 150, and she's like, it's the best experience of her life. And she's from Brazil, and she's like, they do, the level and the quality of all the cosmetic and beauty services there are like unparalleled.
Right, because the beautiful, in my opinion, I think the most beautiful women are in Colombia. Like, for me anyways.
Yeah, no, I agree. That stretch, like Colombia, Venezuela into Brazil,
yeah.
like that little arch right there, you're like,
and they won
blessed.
like Venezuela's won a lot of Miss Universes and stuff like that. So it's like known for it. So they really take care of themselves. Like a lot of the girls got BBLs. Like they got a lot of,
yeah, they do.
They're souped up out there.
BBLs and implants. It's like it's almost as like a. Instead of like a quinceañera party, it's like, you know, here's what you get for. I'm gonna punt on my quinceañera and just make sure. Let's take care of my titties and my ass when I'm 18.
Right, straight up. So, what advice would you give somebody thinking about traveling abroad for transplants and veneers, just in general?
I mean, it's funny. I tell people all the time, you know, whether you go with me or somebody else, if the things that you should demand, you know, that you should, like a lot of people, they're like, oh, I saw this ad on Instagram and it was this price. I'm like, well, who's doing the procedure?
Right.
Oh, I'm like, no, who's actually doing it? That's the doctor's name. But a lot of the lower cost places, they have they have a couple, you know, med techs.
Right.
Which, you know, to generalize, but it's 99%. It's going to be a couple girls that are minimally trained that are going to do the procedure. So the doctor comes in, shakes your hand in a lot of these places.
Just overseeing it, not doing the work.
Oh, he has 5 crews working for him. It's like, you know, he's a businessman, right?
Right.
Which is good for him. But if I'm getting my hair done, like we have an aesthetic surgeon do every one of our procedures. So in the room, you have 1 surgeon, 2 med techs, and we have a real anesthesiologist to do this. So people traveling, I'm like, just make sure who's going to do it. If you have to pay extra if you're going to go to Turkey, cool. There's a lot of good clinics there. Make sure you get the surgeon to do it. It's going to cost extra, and make sure you get real sedation. You know, none of the lidocaine. That shit hurts. Like,
really?
Yeah, dude. Like if you just, they do it in the U.S., man. Like they'll just literally come in and start popping
just with the
head.
Needles, right?
Yeah. Man. People are like,
oh hell no, the needles hurt, and then it doesn't.
Yeah,
I don't know how long it lasts. Yeah.
No, then it's like if you're starting to hurt halfway through, it's like a really
like,
long.
Hey, bro, fucking.
Hey, it's like one of your big long tattoos, and at the end,
just going over it.
Yeah. Yeah, right? Shade, wipe, and you're like,
it's just raw.
Rough. Done. Yeah, raw dogging at that point. You're just like, fuck, like make this thing end. So with the sedation, you're just chill. But just I always tell people, like, whether you go with me, somebody else, find out who's doing it, right? Is it the surgeon? And, you know, what's the reputation? What's the kind of products they use? You know, it's not always about price. You know, it shouldn't be, not with the procedure. It's like you're already saving $20,000 traveling to do it. It's like, the difference between whatever 4,000 and 5,000 or 4,500, 5,500. It's for something that big, like get it done right. You know, like veneers, you see people come in with like Bugs Bunny teeth. Yeah. Right, and it's like.
When I first started looking at veneers, I looked at this place in Mexico because it was so cheap, you know. And obviously, I'm just like looking at the price. I'm like, well, it's Mexico, of course, you know. Well, it turns out they weren't even like, they were just like the composite veneers, the ones that like, and I started getting on TikTok and doing some research because before that, I was about to fly out. I was just super like spontaneous, bro. I'm just like, yo, I'm gonna go out there, bro. I'm impulsive, bro. Sometimes. So I had to actually slow down, do some research. I watched TikTok, and then like, I just saw some nightmares. It was like, I had to fly back to Mexico 3-4 times. They're popping off, like they break, whatever. And then I started doing the math, and I'm like, okay, well, if I'm traveling every time and it's not a good quality service, like how much more am I gonna have to spend? Like I might as well drop the bread at the first time, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So do my research, you know, so that, you know.
Oh yeah, I always tell people, like, we're not the cheapest, but we're definitely not expensive. Yeah. And you're getting the best quality for a great deal, right? So it's like, if somebody's looking for the cheapest, you know, I always tell them, like, hey, you can find somebody cheaper always. Right. You know, so it's just, you know, who you feel comfortable with, body of work, working with them, and just saying, okay, like, I trust these guys. And then, you know, working with us too, you're not just dealing with somebody that's, you know, in Mexico, in Turkey, or in Colombia. Like, you know, I'm a U.S. citizen.
Direct line of communication.
Yeah, dude. I mean, we haven't, you know, our headquarters are here, but we live there and we run the clinic there. But you're dealing with an American, so I know what American expectations are, right? Like, it doesn't matter what your nationality is. If you live and grow up in America, you have certain, like, we use 5-star hotels only, nice cars only, right? Like, we make sure that we.
So you guys do pickup from the airport?
Oh, yeah. It's like, we want you to, when you get off the plane, you know, a lot of people, they come in and they're like, well, I'm in Colombia. Right. Cool. Put them in a nice car, relax, take them to a beautiful hotel. Then they see the neighborhood and instantly they're just like, defenses are down. They're like, all right, this is chill.
Yeah, because you get a little nervous. You're like, yo, foreign country.
I did my first time. Yeah. You know, first time I went to Colombia, I was like, And then you get in there, you're like, oh, this is chill. It's nice.
Yeah, especially certain places you go, it does still gets a little sketchy.
Yeah,
But
like Cali, your head's on a swivel.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like certain places are different. A little different, but
Right.
Yeah.
Nice.
But other than that, man, it's really just, getting people that are traveling, just do your homework and put yourself in a good situation and don't just go for the cheapest. You know, I couldn't stress that enough.
Do your research.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. And where can they find you? How can the people find you?
So Instagram, Encore Clinic, Encore Bogotá, and we're encorebogota.com and encorewellness.com. So yeah.
Awesome.
And we'd love to have you. Yeah, starting to work with you and getting some of your people down.
Let's do it, man. Let's make this place more beautiful. One
transplant at a time. One hair transplant, one smile, one fat dick at a time.
Yeah,
there we go, man.
There you go, man.
There you
so
go.
if you come to Regal, we got the connect.
We got the
direct line to Colombia, get you right.
So, and you know, half the, or 3/4 of the people in here started listening, and then they heard the dick thing, and they're like, "Ooh, hold on."
Like, yeah.
Not for me, but for a friend. I'm gonna tell my friend about it. They're going to be on ChatGPT. One of my friends told me about this procedure.
Yep, do your research and then check it out.
Yeah, man. But we'd love to have, with the people that have been coming through on the referral.
I'm going out there.
Well, you love Colombia as it is.
I love Colombia
so
anyways. It's a beautiful country. The people are so nice, and your dollar goes a long way.
Yeah.
I mean, so
our assistants look like her over there. So that never hurts.
There you go.
Right.
Even the bus drivers are beautiful. Everybody out there just like, you're like, what?
And we have one anesthesiologist where half the guys, when they're getting ready to go down, they're just like, they're looking up at her and they're like, damn.
Is this an angel? Is this a dream?
Totally.
Like, oh my. Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Well, hell yeah. Well, thanks so much for coming in, bro.
Dude, thanks for having me.
Joining us. And hey, thank you guys for tuning in. Follow us on Instagram, Regal Behind the Chair, TikTok, YouTube. Full episode available on YouTube.
Thanks, you guys.
So hell yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, hell yeah. Good. Hell yeah.
Smooth, huh?
Yeah, dude, that was fire, bro.